Trey Malari, who's going to explain the significance of this award at this time.
Thank you, Coach Cindy. Tracy's over there, Mark's mom, my wife. Jeremy is Mark's best friend and stepbrother. So we're going to talk about it. Sometimes I think I can get through this each year, but each year these things get more difficult. So, Mark William Charipar. He swam for Arlingwood's summer team, and he swam for Arlingwood's year-round team. He was blessed to have coaches, Coach Will, Coach Cindy, and I. Alex got to swim with them. Todd got to swim with them. Aaron and Ashley was able to swim with them, and they know what kind of swimmer Mark was. Mark, when he came to practice, was an awesome kid. He had he was always happy, wanting to come to practice, wanting to learn, never wanting to disappoint his swimmers, his coaches, his mom, and his family, his grandparents. Mark would always come into practice listening to what his coaches had to say. He never argued. Whatever he was told, we told him to do, Mark would do it. And that's what made Mark a wonderful swimmer. And that's something that Coach Cindy and I think, and Coach Taylor, we all sit there, and when we say that, when we hear one of the kids say, I can't do it, we always say, no, yes you can, and this is the reason why. Mark, before he turned 12 years old, we were at a year-round swim meet at Episcopal, and we noticed that he was having some trouble, and he was having some trouble before that, right during practice, and all the coaches noticed, which is something different from Mark. Mark never, when he came to practice, was always 110%. For some reason, the weeks leading up to that year-round meet, we noticed that he was slowing down and he was struggling. Mom took him to a few doctor's appointments, and they went through the routine. Maybe it was flu, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. After the swim meet at Episcopal, she took him back to the doctor, and Mark was diagnosed with neuroblastoma. Neuroblastoma is a cancer that attaches to the abdomen. Normally, it's in younger kids. For kids around me who were Mark's age, it was rare. But when Mark got that news, his whole thing was, I'm going to beat this. It was weird because he actually swam an 800 free relay with a tumor the size of a grapefruit next to his abdomen, and he cut time, which was amazing. That year, Mark went through bone marrow transplant, radiation, and chemo. He wasn't able to swim with the team, but he was out there cheering the team every single time he could get out there. Bald head and all. His whole goal was to get back to swimming, and no matter what he would go through, the pain, he'd get out there, he'd cheer on his swimmers, and all he wanted to do was swim. So, thanks to Cindy and the River City Board, Mark, who did not swim that summer, was able to swim at River City Championships. They allowed him to swim. Bald head, I think he just got out of surgery. He had a big scar on there. The doctor actually put a bandage that looked like a swimmer on there. And he swam the relay team. He did a wonderful job. The Remarkable Memory Award was, well, before I get to that, right before he turned 13 years old, right before he turned into a teenager, we lost Mark. Very difficult on the family, very difficult for the whole Arlingwood swim team. But his memories carried on thanks to Cindy. As you can see on the caps and the shirts, it always makes me, Tracy, Cameron, the whole family, the way she always represents Mark. And this is what this award is about. Someone who comes in, always smiling, always willing to do what the coaches want your swimmers to do, giving it 110%, not only being a swimmer, but overall, just being a wonderful person to coach. And Coach Cindy's going to go ahead and describe the recipient for that award, and Cameron is going to give that award. The award usually comes with a medal and a keychain, but unfortunately, we had trouble with the trophy shop. So the parents who get that, whose child receives this award, please get with my wife. We will make sure that you get that award. And also, in this, is usually a little bit of some funds in there, so mom and dad, you may want to watch that. So, but here's Coach Cindy.
Thank you, Coach Ray, Tracy, and Cameron. It really does give me great pleasure to be able to recognize a swimmer each year in memory of Mark. As Coach Ray said, Mark was one of those swimmers that he never complained. You would tell him what to do. He would go above and beyond and do it, never questioned why, never asked what time it was or how long are we practicing or what the set is. If he had to do fly, he did it with a smile on his face or whatever it was. And so tonight, Tatiana and I wanted to recognize one swimmer that we feel exemplifies who Mark is. This swimmer is somebody that we feel just loves swimming. Gets out there for practice, his whole demeanor is somebody that just loves to swim. Every day he would want to do more things to become a better swimmer. He would, ask about certain things, and sometimes he might not always wear his capping goggles, but we always stress the importance of that, because that is what it takes to be a good swimmer, is to be able to wear your capping goggles. And so this year we wanted to recognize the swimmer that we know loves swimming, and we know that it is in his pedigree, because his mom was a swimmer and everything that goes along with it. So this year our Mark Charipar Award goes to Mr. Lincoln Batten.
Very good.
And every day after practice, Lincoln always gives Tatiana and I a hug after practice, because he just loves swimming. Right before championships, he got a new cap, he got some new goggles, and he got a kickboard, and was just so excited, and has a smile on his face every day. So thank you, Lincoln, thank you, Ray, thank you, Cameron,